Hello and welcome to another edition of The Orange Truth. In this video I'll be discussing the game that's just finished in Orlando at the NBA Summer League between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Detroit Pistons. Now, as the game got started today, the Detroit Pistons really made a great go of it in the first quarter, especially offensively, taking advantage of those turnovers given away by the Los Angeles Clippers. In fact, with still 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second quarter, the turnovers given away by the Los Angeles Clippers amounted to 8, contrastingly to those 2 that were given away by the Pistons. And in fact, the Pistons made 13 points off the 8 given away by the Clippers. Throughout the game, Stanley Johnson really gave us what he's best at, using his great physique and attitude, aggressive mentality. He was really muscling his way to get rebounds and getting the ball straight back up off the backboard and in the basket. Walters was also quite impressive with regards to driving and his offensive game today for the Los Angeles Clippers. He was driving to the paint and getting his shots up and really performing quite well in traffic. My belief with Walters is really he needs to be more of a playmaker as the point guard to seal his position in an NBA team, because he did actually finish with 18 points today and only 1 assist. I'm sure this is definitely on Walters' mind and something he's definitely practicing his way to improve. So by the halftime whistle, the score was 45-38 for the Detroit Pistons. The Clippers were really cleaning up their game with regards to turnovers, but the Pistons had clearly benefited from the confidence that they gained from the earlier turnovers. At the half, in fact, Stanley Johnson had already got his points up to 14 and his rebounds up to 6. I was certainly thinking that he was possible to have a 30-point game today. Shooting wasn't a problem for either team today. By the end of the first half, they were both over in the high 40s as far as percentages go. So the game continued. It really got a lot more competitive really in the third quarter. It was quite an exciting game. However, the Clippers really just didn't have the rotation and passing within the offense, and their defense was certainly not as good as that of the Detroit Pistons. Also, Halsey had a good day today for the Detroit Pistons, putting up at 16 points or more. We didn't see much of him in the third quarter, but when he got his minutes, he certainly made the most of them. The Clippers really just couldn't close the gap today to have a good run at things. What I would have liked to see is more chemistry between Walters and McMorrow. McMorrow is a huge asset that really needs to be used a lot more, especially as Walters only got 1 assist. He did come away with great points, but there's certainly more to be had with the use of McMorrow. It certainly could have been a different game if that had been done, in my opinion. The final score was 77 to the Detroit Pistons and 69 to the Los Angeles Clippers. So in all, there was only 7 points in it towards the end, but with those small improvements, it could have been a different story. And again, summing up Stanley Johnson's performance, he did great. He put up another great performance. Only thing you could really be critical about is his shot. He could raise the release on his shot just to get those extra points, and also just to clean up on the free throw line as well. But considering that catch and release, it's quite important to practice on that over the summer, especially when you think he's going to be with Jennings and Jackson, assuming that he will sign with the Detroit Pistons as a free agent and return there, which everyone knows he probably will do. But that considered, Johnson will not have as much time on the ball as he's having right now in the NBA Summer League, so it's an important aspect for him to work on. But I'm certainly looking forward to the rest of the NBA Summer League and seeing more of him. Fantastic performance. That's The Orange Truth. I'm Freddie Ray. Thanks for watching.